Practice test 7, number 8. So, word problems are, a classic example of how to use this approach. It's so useful for me to use this on word problems. And this will come up a lot more in the calculator section, but here we are in the non-calculator on test 7, and we're going to see this approach work. So, we're looking for the least number of hours he must work to save at least $270. So this is least, and it's the rest of the week. That's important. Least number rest of week. I'm writing that right up here so I can think about the answers that way. I'm going to start with one of the middle values. So I'm going to start with 33. If 33 works, I still have more work to do, but I can at least cross off an answer. If 33 does not work, I know that the right answer is 38. So if 33 is not enough hours, then I'll be done. In fact, come to think about it, why don't we start with 22 for that reason? There's a high likelihood, 50-50, that it's one of these two answers. So if 22 works, we only have one more to try out. If 22 doesn't work, yeah, sure, we have, I guess, one more to try out. So I don't know, it probably doesn't matter either way if I think carefully about it, but I'm going to jump in with 22. Okay, so he's saving 90% of his earnings from the week. I'll just write that down. 90% saves. His crew leader raised his salary $10 an hour for the rest of the week. So that's the amount that we're thinking about with 22. That's $10 for the 22 remaining hours the rest of the week. So that's $220. Okay, and then what else? I always work backwards for these, as you can tell. $8 an hour for the first 10 hours. Okay, so $8 an hour for 10 hours is 80 more bucks. So I'll put little arrows here because, of course, it's not true that 22 times 10 is not 220 plus 80. So just to be careful here, 220 plus 80 gets us to $300. And if you save 90%, that means you spend 10%. 10% is $30. This is perfect. He saved exactly $270 with 22. I got a little bit lucky there. I could have tried 33, and 33 he would have saved more than $270, and I would have known that I would have crossed this off and said, well, let's see if he can get away with 22 hours. Right? And I can tell why this answer is here, of course. It's because if you don't count these first 10 hours, if you think it's 33 total hours, then you'd probably think that was the right answer. So, using the values, reading the last sentence first, and focusing on what they're really asking for the rest of the week. So there's number 8.